Should have started a podcast there.
Oh,
I was hoping to catch it.
You never know.
Well, folks, you missed the opening, but it would have been hilarious.
Well, this is the opening. God damn it! I don't even know if we can say those
Caleb.
words.
He's alive again.
Yeah, Caleb has been rehired by
Reinstated. Yeah, dude, I did appreciate listening to the podcast last week, and you just hearing like Caleb's been fucking killed, like fired. It's over.
He's in El
hello.
Salvador.
Welcome to Shrimp Hours, number 142. I'm Drive-Thru. I'm here. Cody's here. Caleb's here. Slap's here. Ben's here. It's been like a week and a half since we recorded the previous episode because it's a goddamn Thursday.
It's Liberation Day. Prepare to be liberated from your 401ks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the economy got liberated from a lot of money today. Shout out.
I haven't checked on that today.
It went back down a lot after going up.
Yeah, everything that we gained on Wednesday is gone again.
These are
the
fun
South
times.
Park and it's gone meme.
Yeah, literally.
We're gonna postpone the tariffs and the economy is gonna bounce back and it's gone.
Enough of that. You've heard enough of that on your televisions, I'm sure.
Yeah. The economy right now is just like you've seen that like meme with the graph. It's like we're so back. It's so over.
It's over.
So back.
Not 120%, not 130%.
I do think it was funny that he was like, actually, we'll pause it on everyone except China. All right, anyway, you get the idea. NASCAR went to Darlington last week, throwback race, and they raced, and the race was kind of a throwback in that it was kind of old school, honestly, until the very end.
Yeah, how many continuous laps did William Byron lead?
Dude,
like
I
170?
think 100. Yeah, he like the fact that he led through the first few. I'm sorry.
I know you would appreciate that.
Was that pomegranate? Do we have a new like full jug of Simply?
It's cranberry. One of my favorites.
Cranberry. Oh, okay.
Dude, cranberry is delicious and Simply.
Cranberry is insane, especially like a vodka cranberry. It does an unreasonably good job of like masking like vodka taste. Anyway, beside the point. William Byron had a good car, and then Blaney looked like he was in a really good position, and then 200 lap down, Kyle Larson spun himself and hit the wall to cause an overtime caution. So shout out.
Yeah, Cody, get your shirt up.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Three-time Chili Bowl winner, Kyle Larson.
He did not have a very good Darlington race weekend.
These things happen.
But yeah, these things happen. So
He has the
shout out
best
to-
throwbacks and like the worst performance every single time.
I just want to clarify, I saw a few idiots on Twitter like blaming Bubba for that incident.
Dude.
From a Larson's fan's perspective, that was 100% on him. He just
Yeah,
panicked
it was
way too hard
egregious.
in response to Reddick hitting the wall in front of him, and
He literally
just
he
slammed on
literally
the
pulled a
brakes right in front of
Rusty.
him.
like he just like panicked and like caused a wreck as like a lap down.
My bad.
Which is probably
That's Cody, the
not a
most
good look,
racist man
but-
alive, saying the black man is innocent.
God. Jesus fucking Christ. Forget that Rusty exists.
Oh yeah, second most racist man alive. You're right.
Anyway, we ended up with the like worst
Bastards.
possible result of Denny Hamlin winning in a Carl Edwards car. It's like truly a nightmare finish.
That is a cursed timeline.
And he wouldn't
Okay,
even do a
hold
backflip.
on. So I wasn't here to defend my stance on this last week.
Oh,
That is
the
like
paint
the
schemes.
most. Like I looked at it immediately and could tell exactly which Carl Edwards car it was. Like you guys were saying, it looked nothing like the Office Depot car. It was like it's splitting image.
I was
of
on
it,
board.
spitting
I don't know
image
what
of it,
these
I
guys
think.
were on about.
You're a Carl Edwards.
It just didn't
autist.
look like it.
You're not a great.
Maybe it was
It
because
did.
of the
I was about to
forward
say, like,
numbers.
leave it to
but-
the Carl Edwards autist to bring this up.
Well, even Ben explicitly said verbatim at one point that if you brought me on the podcast, I would look at it and not know what it was. And that is I
Did
was
you
listening,
actually?
I was enraged. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like I'm having words put in my mouth.
There's
the
nothing better
same-
than like
It's like
pissing
that
people off when
GeoGuessr
they're
I would
meme
not
never
with
on the
lie.
Scott that's just like completely like out of it, like staring at his screen. It's just like Caleb, like Carl Edwards, 2008 Homestead.
It's the same level of certainty that guy at the Talladega campsite had about the Ryan Blaney win.
Dude, I know we've talked about that guy before, but yeah, don't ever, because that dude was like, Chase Elliott won last year, and I was like, no, the fuck he didn't. Like, I was there in row 5. It was the first time I'd ever seen my driver win, and he was like, no, dude. He was like, he didn't win. I was like, you're fucking like, I was getting rage
And then he
baited
looked
hard.
it up on Racing Reference.
And he was like,
it
oh,
fucking-
I guess you're right. And I was like, yeah, no shit. And then we didn't talk to him again the rest of the weekend.
fucker just
I never heard about
drank it
that.
out of
That's
his
great.
memory.
All right. Apart from Darlington, we have missed some NASCAR related news. Firstly, Lamar Jackson is having some kind of trademark dispute with Junior Motorsports.
I thought that already got settled.
Yeah, it's already done.
I know. Well, it's just so. I just want to say how weird it is that it came out in the middle of the week. It was just like Lamar Jackson was like, "Your 8 is too close to my 8. Get fucked." And then Dale was like, "We're not even using that 8 anymore, but okay." Like they've already switched to the DEI one. So they were just like, "Yeah, whatever. We're just not using that." So it's such a bizarre like move. I don't know if he's trying to pull rank or if his lawyers thought they had some shit or what.
Well, Dale had a bit on it about the podcast where he quickly talked about it, but basically what happened was when Teresa like they announced that they were going to let the trademark expire, Junior Motorsports was like, all right, consulted and went for it. They also didn't have the trademark for the 8 that they were using, so they were like, all right, if like in case we don't get the DEI 8 or something, we'll just file this as a backup plan. And I guess when the DEI 8 went through, they were in whatever like the period it was where people can file if they feel like it damages their brand, and Lamar's legal team thought it like was, I guess, too close or infringed, so they were just like, hey, could we not file this? And Dale was like, yeah, sure, we don't give a fuck. So it was kind of a non-issue. I feel like everybody kind of just saw Lamar Jackson versus Dale Earnhardt Jr. and just ran with it. But
I did enjoy seeing the online just overreactions from just the usual
people also
suspects.
got it completely wrong, and they thought it was
the
DEI,
DEI, yeah.
which it just like never was.
Junior said he thought it was about that one on the podcast. He said he thought it was about the DEI 8 at first, and then they actually read about it, and he was like, oh fuck, like, he was worried about it.
Can you imagine Dale
yeah,
Jr. reading the news that he's like being sued? He's like, "Man, what the hell is this, mate?"
I'm telling you guys, ignorance is bliss.
Shut up.
I haven't heard a thing about this. I have no clue what the
Ben's not
fuck
on
you guys
Twitter.
are talking
We
about.
get it.
Hey guys, by the way, Ben Easterday, not a Twitter user. I don't know if you guys knew this or had heard of this, but
That's
he's on
your,
Blue
like,
Sky.
There's
Nor
your
am I
I
reason.
refuse to believe that
NASCAR.
no one on Blue Sky mentioned that.
No one on Blue Sky mentions anything because there's no people there.
Nobody uses it. It's a dead
Is
platform.
Ben the last user?
It's Ben and Hank Green and just no one else. Anyway, in other legal NASCAR news, Legacy Motor Club has filed a lawsuit against Rick Ware Racing, alleging that they are basically backing out of a deal that they all signed off on. Which I think is hilarious because we're talking about Legacy Motor Club and Rick Ware Racing. I didn't realize the RFK 60 car is on a leased Rick Ware charter, so it's actually like the 15 car from last year. And you're only allowed to lease like once every 7 years or whatever. And apparently Rick Ware had agreed to sell that charter to the Legacy boys, and then they were like, actually no.
About that.
And then the Legacy guys were like, apparently they like tried talking to them in this lawsuit. They said like they tried all these other like ways of getting this deal done, and then their last ditch effort was just to file a lawsuit against them. It's funny because they even talked shit in their lawsuit about Rick Ware Racing. They said, and again, this is coming from Legacy Motorcycle Club, but they said at the same time that Legacy charted a path forward, Rick Ware Racing has flagged and flailed in the rear, and says that they've backed out of their deal because they're out of money.
Projection, if I ever heard.
Begging for money.
I saw a good post that was like, because the number that came out was apparently they had agreed to buy this charter for $45 million that they were going to spend on this, and they were like, like if you're legacy right now, why are you spending $45 million to expand your organization? And B, if you have $45 million, then why are you not running it towards the two like piece of shit cars that you have on track right now? Like, what are y'all doing?
It's a very good point. Maybe Jimmy Johnson wants to come back more often. Who knows? But also
Corey Haim, baby.
Where the hell is he right now?
Tricon.
Tricon? Okay. I've lost track of all the dudes. I also saw people talking shit about William Sawalich. Apparently he's been ass ever since getting into the Xfinity series.
William Sawalich.
He's one of those guys where I like hear his name in Jamie Little's voice, which is very unfortunate. Anyway, that's your NASCAR
Welsh
news
effect.
for this week.
How about some
Sheldon
F1
Creed.
news? The vice
What happened?
president of FIA.
Oh
resigned.
yeah, it was like the VP of Motorsport or something, and the FIA left and talked a bunch of shit and basically said like, I can't do this anymore because everyone
take this shit no more, man.
literally because everyone
Y'all
hates
killing me with this
the current president because he's a dick. And it's
the
kind of
controller down.
embarrassing. And I don't understand like what it would take to usurp an FIA president, but they should do
Well,
it.
apparently there's a vote that's coming up soon. I don't know when, but
Well, we'll see how deep this guy's reach and his power goes. But
I saw they already voted against the bringing back the V10s or whatever. Like it was like a week.
I'll be honest,
I don't
know
think that was
what
a real
was.
thing.
Yeah, it's just like they've had these 2026 like things sort of lined up for like 2 or 3 years now, and then suddenly people were like, they might bring back V10s, and then they were like, oh, they won't bring back V10s, and I was like, okay.
yeah,
It's a
everyone's already
V10.
fully invested in 2026.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that like what substance even was of those rumors. But anyway, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's Drip or Drown.
Drip or drown, drip or drown,
It's Drip or Drown.
Don't even have anything to say. We're just taking in the lovely music.
Dude, you just gotta soak
We
in
can't talk
Ben's
over this.
sultry.
Whoa.
All right. Drip or Drown this. I will say, 2024 Shrimp Hours Nut of the Year Red Rocket Award winner said that I should do more posts. Like last week, I posted a tier list of all the throwbacks that we talked shit about, and he said to do more of that. So if I remember, I'll do it.
We have another tier
the
list.
results.
We can't.
No, all I'm
yeah, I was
saying
gonna
is,
say,
like-
we can't
Another tier
do
list
it-
has hit the building.
we can't
Another
do it
tier list
every
has hit
week.
shrimp hours.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm gonna pull up the cars, and you can give me like a drip, drown, nut, or die. That's it. All right.
Right.
First of all, as much shit as I talked about teams not doing throwbacks, Trackhouse did not do throwbacks last week, which is really annoying. Where is this?
I'd love to
Because
see what's happening.
they brought back the fish car, and if you know me, you know I've talked about
Le
the fish
fish.
car ever since they ran it
A piece
They
of
brought
shit
it back.
fish car.
on Throwback
How
Weekend,
dare you?
which sucks.
I mean, it's
Also,
technically a throwback.
That's not the same fish car they ran. The last year's fish car was way better.
it was
hold on.
way better.
Hold on. Don't slander.
Let's take a look.
A nice fish car is a nice fish car.
Oh, I
Last
didn't
year
realize
fish
you
car.
got a fish car.
Yeah, dude. I saw this in the Lionel retail store in Nashville, and I was like, I have to have the fish car.
This is the last year's fish car, which honestly I think is way better. With the white background and the number and everything. But I'm just glad to see the fish is back. The one good fish car. It's just not as good, and on Throwback Weekend, so
Looks like he's about to eat the number.
potentially
Be
a
hungry.
drown. Oh, I guess it is a
Eat
slightly
something.
different fish.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. They need to like have it like Pac-Manning like the number next year.
All right, fish experts out there, what exact species are those two?
It is a spotted bass.
Oh, so we
Yeah,
have a
I know.
fish
Bass,
artist in the
but-
podcast now.
I'm not. No, it literally says it on the car. That's how I know.
I'm gonna
And I
be a
made this car for Ed
contrarian.
for Wreckfest.
I like the Darlington fish car.
Yeah,
better.
well, that tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, well, Ben
Yeah.
used Blue Sky, and there's
That's
Blue
a drone.
Sky on the wrap.
Listen, if you just go and listen to everything Ben says and do the direct opposite of it, then you're gonna end up in a pretty good place in life. And
I don't think
all
so.
you do.
There is a fish on the roof now. Which there wasn't
Hold on, we
before,
got
but-
roof fish.
Roof
Oh, there
fish,
is a roof fish.
That's the
Anyway.
podcast title, Roof Fish.
It's a roof fish.
I'll say a low drip on this. I don't know. I like that it's the fish car. Even
That's a
though
solid
Who
good
cares?
I give it a
Who
Alright.
cares?
Hell yeah.
Brad is running an Oscar Mayer Kroger
We are
combo.
so bad. We have a
with some
bacon.
dude.
Look
Look
at
at the
that.
amount
I
of
want a
tea on the
BLT
side.
right now.
This is a certified drip. I don't care about the
Yeah, that's
white
a
hood.
drip. That might even be a nut, low tier nut.
We might be low tier nut with this one.
Dude, just the
They are doing their
size of
best
the
to hide the
Sammy.
hood. They are doing their best to
They
hide the
are
hood.
doing their best, but
Look
like
at that top right.
it's Kroger every week.
Yeah, that one's really obvious.
Yeah. I wish they would just like wrap those corners better, but whatever.
I was
We
about
got
to say, this,
the
would, this would be a sick car with just the black and red. Like if it just had like
dude
a
with an
black or
Oscar
a red
Mayer on the
hood.
hood or another Sammy up on the hood. That'd
Yeah,
be
dude, a
sick.
giant sandwich on the hood.
Dude, yeah, that big old BLT. Oh my god, that would feed families, literally.
Literally, yeah.
Dude, this looks sick too.
We got some mayo action up there. Oh man.
That's a proper BLT right there. We made Caleb hungry. He's getting
Yes,
fucking food again.
Oh, he's going to make a BLT. He'll be
Dude,
back in
big
like 5
chicken
minutes.
wrap.
Ryan Priest is
That's a
running a
chicken wrap time.
Boost by Kroger car. I don't know what that. I guess it's their like points system. Anyway.
Alright, yeah,
Sure.
rewards, whatever.
A pink car. I thought it was cute.
Aside
Yeah,
from
the
that
car's
weird
definitely
thing
gonna
up by
stand
the
out.
name rail, that's the one thing I don't like.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even
Aside
then,
from
I'd
that,
like
it's a
that's
pretty good
that's-
nut.
I would say drip.
Yeah. I would-
drip.
Yeah. Drip.
Dory.
Ross Chastain is bringing
Ooh.
back the flannel car. Which I don't think I think it was a Harvick car. I don't think Ross has ever run this yet, but
Not sure.
maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember anything.
Nah, who cares?
It's all a blur.
Yeah, I'd say who cares?
Damn, I thought it was kind of cool.
I think it's a nut.
It's like
It's
a
like the
low-
guy in the commercials
Nut.
with the flannel.
No, yeah,
like
I
a
mean I
low
get the
drip.
idea. I'd say it's just
Who
I like
cares?
their normal ones way more.
Oh,
Zane Smith. We talked about how Aaron's doesn't use the dog anymore in their branding, and they took that shit personally. The
Yeah,
dog
loose
is
dog
back.
Four out here.
Mm.
The
And
lucky
not for
dog is
throwback
back.
weekend. Like he's just on the card, dude. They got the dog. Mikey was tweeting about this, about how cool it is, which I think is awesome. So shout out to the dog.
Why is
They got
Aaron's
the lucky
falling off
dog.
the fucking side of the car? Is my question.
That's just a render. We'll see how it is on the actual car.
Is Aaron's one of those places where you like make payments on furniture and shit?
Yeah, it's
Kinda
like you
nice.
rent a fridge. And then like if you somehow if it kind
You
of preys
rent
on
it
the
for
poor.
Yeah, if you rent it long enough.
what do you mean,
then
kind
own
of?
You know you've
If you-
fallen on hard times when you have to rent a fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could rent a big screen
Oh.
TV and eventually like pay like 3 times what it's actually worth.
Exactly. And I'm sure a bunch of dudes end up like running low on their fucking fridge payments. They get the fridge repossessed.
The guy comes with a fucking tow truck and just rips the fridge out of the house.
And then Aaron's takes it back and sends it to someone else. Anyway, shout out to the dog.
It's gonna be a really obscure reference, but there's a scene from Trailer Park Boys where
Oh,
some
yeah.
dude owed him money and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm taking my shit back." And he just like stormed this dude's trailer and just like rips all this like stereo equipment that he bought with this money. And he's like, So I said, "Fuck, I'm just gonna steal his laundry or his like washer and dryer while I'm there too." And it just cuts to like his washer like flying out of the fucking
Dude,
patio.
that's what happens when you don't pay for you don't pay the dog. He's gonna come take your washer dryer.
I'm sure I butchered that fucking scene, but the Trailer Park Boys fans know which part I'm talking about.
Blake McCandless is sponsored. C4 Energy is on a Jesse Love Cup car. Because that exists. Kind of a sick graphic for kind of a dud of a car, if I'm honest.
Is he racing Cup?
Do they have a can on here?
He's making his debut, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna do a few races.
Bristol. Yep, I see it now.
That looks exactly like that one like mid 2000s Bass Pro 33.
It does look like a Bass Pro or like a what is it? True Timber like camo with the orange on it.
Yeah, there's also Sylvania light bulbs. They ran the black and orange with Clint.
It doesn't look like C4 Energy, I'll tell you that much.
No,
that is true.
But I guess the
C4.
ultimate ones are maybe black cans. I don't know. I've never had a C4 Energy. So
Even that 33 is a lot more orange.
I won't say C4.
Oh, you're pulling up the
I think
Carrie
it's neat.
Earnhardt car. You're talking about this one. Oh, that doesn't work. You're talking about
don't type in C4 ingredients into Google.
you're talking about this one. Fuck. What the
I
hell?
don't know if that's the exact one I'm thinking of, but there's definitely like a 33 car that has exactly like run like that. I don't know why they're not running like, dude, the C4 cans in person, because I see them all the time. They look sick. Like they're like this really bright fluorescent yellow. Blake's coat
Like
car.
Blake's
They got the safety yellow and they got the black number on it.
There's the one that I was trying to pull up for an hour.
I've never seen like a C4, but I'll have to be on the lookout for them now and try one just to support Blake.
Just for Blake.
If you get heart palpitations, don't tell anybody.
I do drink. I'm a known C4 enjoyer. C4 energy enjoyer.
I already have heart palpitations, so I'll be fine.
Kyle Larson.
Dude, they fucked with the car. I
will pull that up.
Dude, like,
I kind of like this. Hold on.
I know we've had this conversation. No. We've had this conversation. Blackbeard has fallen off. It's over. Hang him up, buddy.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, you don't like this?
Are you blind?
It can't always be as like top tier as like.
Wait, this is sick. I love this. What do you mean?
Yeah, this is way better than last year's.
Caleb, go.
Y'all like this more than last year's?
Wash out your eyes. Wash out your eyes in the sink.
Quite as good as last year's, but it might be as good.
I thought you were talking about how Hendrick
black,
fucked with it.
No, the random black tiger stripes on it. Like
it's McLaren. It's half McLaren and it's half Hendrick. That's the whole point.
Yeah, dude, the one last year was sick. I want the orange. I don't want this the
you
fucking
got orange with the orange stripes and the orange outline.
No, dude, if that entire black shape was orange, it would be sick. This would be fucking awesome.
Boo this man.
Caleb's mad that the Google Chrome icon's not on the wheels.
Shut up.
No. We brought Caleb back. We got to send him back into the basement. Kill this man.
Return to the gulag. This looks sick.
No.
Move the cardboard cutouts out
dude,
there,
pull up last year's. Pull up his Indy car from last year, dude. The Indy car from last year is.
We know what it looks like.
Where it was just a fucking.
It's just as sick.
No, this one just looks like a fucking like there's not enough orange on it. It needs to look more McLaren-y.
Yes, they are both.
I'm gonna be real.
The cup car is not good. I don't want to talk about the cup car. I'm talking about the Indy car specifically.
They both look so much better.
Last year's Indy car was slightly better. This year's Cup car is slightly better.
This doesn't even look like a McLaren. This looks like a friggin' Scott Dixon car. Like
it looks like a Ganassi car.
This looks like a McLaren.
Yeah, they actually look the same.
Okay.
They do look like the car and the.
Caleb, you've been voted off the island. I'm sorry.
Die!
Nah, that's a
Caleb.
That's a
krill
trip.
yourself. Krill yourself now.
Also, lastly, is a Corey LaJoy car.
Who cares? Who cares?
Die.
Hold on. We didn't talk about. I wanted to talk specifically about the new High Rock Xfinity car this week.
Oh yeah,
see it.
I did see that. It's not as good as last year. Here, I'll pull it up.
Okay, that's what I was curious to hear because I also like last year's a lot more. Like our certified Red Rocket Nut of the Year winner.
Aggressively scrolling
Caleb,
through
as we have figured
GM
out here
Motorsports
recently, does not have eyes.
Twitter.
So, yeah, let's see it. So we can't trust his judgment.
Slap Shoes is a train nerd. Now I'll leave it at that. Like that's all you need to know.
Trust your judgment, okay? Being a trained artist and knowing about like good paint schemes on race cars have nothing to do with each other.
We all have at least 2 of the 5.
Sorry, I'm struggling here, but until then, look at this friggin' whatever the hell this 88 car is.
Now watch this drive.
It's fucking Blues Hog.
Dude, Blues
What
Hog.
is that?
It's
thought about
the adult version of Blues
Clues.
I'm
Blues Hog.
Blues Clues. Yeah, Blue made an OnlyFans and it's Blues Hog.
Oh, I will say, massive drip alert. They updated the Sundrop Dale Jr.
Dude,
car.
the Sundrop car is fucking awesome.
And it's just like more splashy than the last year's one.
I'm gonna drink
Go
so
far.
much Sundrop in Rockingham that I get diabetes.
Dude, we're packing a bag of just Sundrop and Cheerwine and we're having a blast.
That being said, here is the.
I don't like it as much.
It's too much
I
orange.
think this is the second year in a row that the nut of the year has had like a kind of disappointing sequel.
It's like flat.
Well, you
It's
can't
like
replicate perfection.
When all the
like-
logos
It's true.
went
It's true.
flat and modern.
Well,
this is what that reminds me of.
For me, what it is like it was good on last year's car when it was like primarily the white and blue, and then the orange was like there to make it pop. And now orange has become too much of like a third color. Like it's a complete.
Can we do
part
another
of the
compare and
base.
contrast? Can we
God
get the
damn it!
last year?
J-Ski's website broke. The 2024
damn
Xfinity
it.
page doesn't load. Who drove that car last year?
Sam Mayer.
Sam Mayer.
I'm gonna be honest. I still look at that JRM1 and think Sam Mayer.
Me too. A little bit.
Well, yeah, he lived in that thing for a good bit.
I think of
We might
Elliot
have
Sadler.
to. We might have to see it on track, though. as
It's
well.
true. It's true. That is still a render, but like, dude, compared
Yeah,
to
look at the
last year,
blue.
man,
Good
I don't.
choice.
I'm not a
the deep-
fan of
Yeah.
the like outline on the text versus that. Like, that's sick. And the sip wisely turning into that line, dude. Oh my god. So
Yeah, you
maybe
can't replicate perfection twice over.
I don't know if
There's
I mean,
two-
it
yeah, it's
certainly
like
looks
stand
more
out.
green.
The blue
You know what it
with that
is?
orange.
No, that's what it is. I think the orange
On the
pops
blue.
so well. Yeah, on the blue. This
Yeah.
year's is like more white. I didn't realize it was that different, but yeah, that makes
It won't
sense.
quite completely.
It's basically
save it,
flipped.
but I think it will look better once we see it in person versus.
I agree.
Oh, it'll
We'll
look
see.
way better than the render. I just don't think on
But
track.
yeah,
it'll-
it's not bad. It's just
I just
No, it's
loved
still-
it
it's
as
still
a little
good.
like orange highlight versus like a lot of space.
That picture down below, I don't know if that picture is quite accurate. As someone that uses a Lightroom a decent amount, it looks like they just like cranked the vibrance and saturation up on that too.
That
yeah,
is
it looks like it's
fair.
way oversaturated.
I mean, look at the what's supposed to be like yellow or like orange line. That's like almost like red.
Oh yeah, see, there's a real color.
Yeah, so there's the real
Which is
color.
still
but,
a
like it's
nut.
pretty similar, yeah.
Yeah, now compare that to like this year's car. Like put those side by side.
Well, the dead giveaways. Even if you pull up the render
Yeah,
of last
see, that
year's
looks a
car,
lot- I think it was just the contrast on that orange on the other one that was like.
Nah, but that's still I still don't like the little orange outline in the
Yeah, no, I agree.
No,
last
the
year's
the
still
problem
nice.
is they reversed the color scheme where it was dark going into light. Now it's light going into dark.
We've spent too long on this, but you get the idea. It's not quite as good as last year. Same with the Mountain Dew car that got the first nut of the year. It also just like they added the Doritos thing and it wasn't as good.
Yeah, the
But
gamer
it's hard.
car.
It's hard to beat perfection. All right, that was a fat ass drip or drown. It's time for Animal Planet.
I have questions.
Okay.
It involves.
We may have answers.
Who does it involve?
The contents of Ben's shelf.
Oh. So is the jar full? Is that why there's stuff next to the jar?
No.
He ran out
Is
of
that
room
is
in
that
jar.
Flo? Please tell me that's Flo.
Oh
Hold
no.
on.
Oh,
That's, there's
no.
no way. There's no way.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It
I
is.
might have
Oh my god.
I'm proud of that. I nailed that.
She might be
Jesus
joining.
Christ.
Oh.
The gecko.
Oh
and
god, I'm in the
ponies.
jar. I can't breathe.
I think the
need a bigger
jars.
jar.
We're gonna need a bigger.
We're gonna need a bigger jar. Make that the title of the podcast.
I think we have already.
Did
It's,
we already
it's
have
been
that
on the
name as
list,
a-
but did we actually call it that?
I don't know.
No,
what-
No,
that was
that was the
line at
queef episode. Yeah, that was the queef
Yeah.
episode.
I do
Trouble.
have, like 8 titles written down from 2 weeks ago from Cat Queef.
Oh,
was
you
a-
saved
Alright.
those?
That wasn't all time.
I write them down. I literally just have a private channel in this Discord where I just write down all the title ideas, and they're pretty horrific.
We might need that as like a 200 special where we just go through the names that like,
God.
almost could have
They're
been.
so foul that it like feels bad to just read from one to the next.
All right, we
Uh,
might have some trouble here.
Oh, are you refilling the jar?
No, we need a
Flo
bigger
might
jar.
not.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
say, can we not do this off screen down below you, like with you looking
No,
down?
I gotta do the
You
reveal.
know what he looked like
His
right
hog
there?
down there.
Oh, it fits.
He looked like that old meme of that dude ringing the bell at the college football game, and like you can't. See
Oh
his
yeah,
hand,
and
you see
he's
him
like, yeah.
cranking
Oh,
away.
Serena, you want to see Flo?
No,
No.
oh my
Put the-
god! Don't give
Get
the
the
jar,
jar
to the
away
cat.
from the cat.
Yeah, this is obscene.
I gotta fix.
Animal cruelty.
You gotta fix what?
The gecko was knocked down.
Oh,
Oh my
There
god!
we go.
All right.
welcome to Jar World.
No.
Oh,
How many insurance companies can we add to the jar?
Well,
gotta
does
get
anyone
like-
have Aaron
the
Rodgers?
general? Are there
We
any
need
of the
mascots.
Oh,
general
dude, you gotta
action
get the
figures?
general in the jar.
Who's the general?
For a great low rate, you can get online.
Go to the general and save some time.
What company is this?
It's like some like
The general.
not
It's
quite
called
as
the general.
It's like a
popular-
bottom barrel car insurance.
Yeah.
Hey, how
yeah,
dare you?
minimum
They saw
coverage.
Shaq sponsor, or they endorse
Shaq sponsors everything.
vice versa. Fuck.
One thing that cannot go in the jar.
Oh, the Serena's going
Not with that
in the jar.
attitude. Oh my
Oh,
god.
$150. Apparently, there's a rare bobblehead of the general. that-
DM the
all
seller
you
and
got.
ask him if he'll give us a discount when he hears what it's going to be used for.
I doubt it.
Yeah, so we have this running bit on our podcast where we put things in this cum jar. So we need your action figure to add.
All right. Actual Animal Planet from around the world.
Hell yeah, Cody. The PBR is insane.
Cody, you've been going back to.
Dude,
We have multiple-
Oh, we got double
Oh, what the
PBRs.
PBRs.
Sir, a second PBR has hit the Shrimp Hours podcast.
Dude, PBR is a classic. It's like the cheap beer that gets overlooked like amongst like Miller
Dude.
and Bud and all those.
Are they
ones.
in Wisconsin? Where are they from?
They used
Think
to be
so.
based in, but then they like outsourced it somewhere. I forgot where.
Oh, they sold out.
I think Anheuser.
Yeah, when they got bought by Miller. They got bought by
Oh,
Miller and they
yeah, okay.
outsourced it, yeah.
San Antonio, Texas.
But yeah,
What
it
the
used to
fuck?
be. The OG PBR brewery ain't too far from where I live in downtown Milwaukee.
Oh,
Cody, didn't we pass that going on the bridge? Like it's just
Wait.
abandoned now.
I'm sure we
Oh.
have.
sorry. The like overarching like Pabst companies from San Antonio, but PBR is from Milwaukee originally. Introduced in 1844. God damn.
Excuse me. That's before Wisconsin was a state. 1848.
It's certainly one of the beers that exists.
How dare you?
Certainly
Um,
is.
Cody, did you go anywhere recently? Racetracks, animals? Anything to
No.
report on other than your neighbor?
I've just been getting settled into my new place. No, the neighbors are good.
Oh, okay,
The
that's
dog's
good.
been on a leash. I didn't say shit.
Oh,
No
Oh.
loose dogs. All right,
Dog poop has been
that's a
picked up
plus.
with the exception of a couple straggler piles that
couple
are
well hidden
A
gems.
couple of landmines sitting out there.
landmines.
You'll have that.
See some C4.
All right. Well, that's.
I do
like
want
a-
to say that has been there for at least a week, so it was on
Flow?
the last podcast. Yep.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn, you got that like right
Just
after
like
we
last
did
time.
the flow joke.
I don't know if it was 2 weeks. I don't know if it was on 2 podcasts, but it was at least on the last one.
Damn.
the general and save some time.
I gotta check the shelf more often. Any
We got some
media?
health check.
I got Animal Planet.
You got Animal Planet?
Mm.
Dog
Good
story.
time.
Yeah, dog story. So I think I was in Shrimpage. I told you guys about this, but there was I was delivering a package, and they had this fucking Doberman Pinscher just sitting out in the fucking evil looking dog, like tiny
A
little
hellhound.
horned ears just sticking
Miniature
out of his.
pincher.
Yeah, and just evil looking dog.
Is he loose?
They had it inside of like this invisible fence or whatever, and I was just not having it. I dropped their shit in the middle of their driveway, took a picture of it, and I was like, "All right, I'll be seeing you." They got. I didn't like put it in like the middle of the driveway. It was like halfway down the driveway, next to like where the lawn meets the driveway, so they wouldn't run over it. I get a phone call from my supervisor about 2 hours later complaining like, "Oh, they say you left their delivery like in the middle of the yard or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, did they mention the part where there's a Doberman like in the yard barking at me? Did they miss that key little detail?" They're like, "Well, they
Animals.
didn't mention it." I was like, "Bring up the photo that I took of the delivery where the dog's in frame, because I made sure he was in frame." I took a picture of it. And then Steve, my supervisor, he like looks at it, he's like, "Yeah, fuck that. All right, I'm gonna close this out. And, have a good day." I'm like, "All right, yeah." Hey, tell
Speaking
them
of-
like who the fuck looks at a Doberman Pinscher and says, "Yeah, that'll make for a good family pet." This fucking massive 100-pound thing that has ears like fucking devil horns sticking out of its skull.
Oh, it's not a miniature pincher. Okay.
No, it's a big boy.
Okay. Because we had a miniature pincher, but she was only like, she was tiny, but looked like a Doberman.
No, if this thing stood up on its hind legs, it'd be about as tall as I am.
God
Yeah,
damn.
fuck that.
I still just love the thought that your like delivery, whatever, like your hub has like dog warnings on. Like, dude, like just bad dog.
Oh yeah, like
Oh, yeah,
when
the
you
little
scan
machine
a package,
tells
when
you,
you scan
yeah.
a package at a certain address, it'll say "warning, bad dog" on it.
Are
And
we allowed?
Do you ever show that to the dog?
Some of them are too old. Like that person has moved, and like just recently, like this past Monday, I was delivered to this house that I'd been delivering to for 9 years, and like it says "warning, bad dog will bite." And every 9 years I've been there, I've never seen a dog at that address. So I guess he moved like before I got there, but that warning is still there for that specific address.
Set in stone.
Are you not
I
able
wonder
to remove it at all?
We can remove it, but you know, I gotta go talk.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to somebody. I gotta fill something
It's not worth
out.
the
and I don't-
time.
Yeah. So I know 404 blankety blank lane, and I know that's
Whoa, guys.
404. Address not
Whoa.
found.
so somebody at some point there had a bad dog, and you know.
Oh, speaking of dog delivery stories, I'll keep it vague to protect his privacy. But another shrimp was recently telling me a story who also delivers for a living. Apparently, they're way more loose and less caring of their workers with like their dog laws and rules.
That doesn't
To
surprise
the point
me.
where now they won't use like, oh, there's like a dog at the property as an excuse not to deliver. I'm trying to remember the best I can because admittedly he told me when it was late and my memory was kind of foggy, but I guess they have some sort of like company issued club quote unquote, where you're supposed to just take it with you if there's a dog nearby, and if it attacks, hey, you have this thing as a weapon.
Dude, like a little nightstick, a little
Like a
friggin'
billy club.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Is it like a billy club, like a big fucking thing with like a leather strap you
don't
can
know.
attach to your wrist and just like whack it?
No, it's probably one of those little police, like little flicky sticks. Like one of those collapsible ones.
Dude, I could not.
Well,
believe
Slap,
it when
you
he
said
was
the best
telling me that.
solution is throw the box at the dog.
That is the UPS official like defensive method.
That's better than
It's-
packing a stick and telling you to deliver it no matter what.
Yeah, that is the official UPS method. They say like if a dog comes at you, starts running at you, throw the package at it. Because
how
if you
you-
miss, it'll be distracted. If you hit it, it'll also like, be dazed enough.
But the
So you can,
official
like make your escape after that. But they're like, yeah, like that whatever's in that package is not
Cody
more
every time.
important or more expensive than you.
I'm just picturing the delivery photo of the box
Mid-air,
mid-air,
like, hitting
heading
dog in the
towards the
nose.
dog.
I've seen that. Like somebody took on Twitter, they posted somebody UPS man throwing their package mid-flight. Like he
I did
threw
see
it like
that, yeah.
from like the sidewalk onto the front porch. And you could see it like mid-flight, just like he just snapped a picture of it.
That's
And I'm
right
just
when
like
the
thinking
box
of
is
doing that while it hits a dog in the face.
Yeah, right when the box is colliding with the dog. That's when
nose
the
is like
photo is
scrunched up.
snapped.
I will say that is better than the redacted company's policy of just arming their workers and with fucking.
That's
little
actually base.
sticks.
That's base. Give him a billy club, like one of those like one of those wooden billy clubs like this long, carved out of a single piece of wood. It's got like all these warped
Oh,
like
dude.
lines in it, with the leather strap, and you can just beat the hell out of
Don't-
somebody with it.
Don't beat the
Has
dogs.
each line corresponds to how many dogs has been.
Yeah, they got notches in it. They carved
Dude,
in there.
I'm just picturing like you get the notification like from Amazon, your package has been delivered, and sometimes it shows like the picture. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
your box just face planting your dog.
I can see it right now. That'd be such a good just fucking Twitter image you come across is just fucking hand with like the motion blurred box just headed towards a dog barking.
Dude, that would be an awesome album cover. Just like hand blurred box hitting a dog in the face. It's scrunched up.
We're gonna have to sacrifice someone's dog for this album cover photo shoot.
Dude, it's like the vulgar display of powered Pantera fucking album
Yeah,
cover,
with the
but with a
chicken
dog
punched
and
in
a
the
box.
face.
Yeah.
All right, that's your Animal Planet. don't club your dogs or other people's dogs.
Unless it's in
If you're getting a
purely in
package, put the
self-defense.
dogs away.
Yeah, unless it's
Unless it's purely in
self-defense.
self-defense.
Yeah, unless
But
you're
also,
in
yeah,
Canada and you're
put your
making
dogs
deliveries, you
away.
gotta club a seal or something.
Probably raccoon around here. All right. Media check-in. Any games, films, television programs to report on?
It has
Yes.
been 9/11. It has been the equivalent of 9/11 for
What?
train autists.
Oh, we've
It
trained
has been
9/11.
9/11 with no context. It was like,
Yeah, it took you a while to
9/11
get to
for
the second
train
half of that
autists.
sentence. That was
I
important.
have unfortunate news. The Hokkaido Shinkansen extension has been delayed until
heard about that.
2039.
Yeah,
Trouble.
that's some North America shit. Shout out to Japan.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to
2039.
ride that thing
Yeah.
until I'm 50.
You're gonna be dead by then.
Yeah, well, we have a local LRT that's on a solid, what is it, 6 years now of delays? So it happens.
That'd be a great clip for people to pull back.
Well,
in
it's
2 years.
all the NIMBYs in like Hokkaido that don't want like trains like going through their land and shit, so they have to tunnel under everybody. And
It is kind of
so the tunneling's like running into delay after delay. It's supposed to open up in 2030. Now they're saying 2039.
It is kind of impressive how much of like northern rural Japan can just look like America with like car infrastructure and like big ass signs and like gas stations on the corner and shit.
Oh yeah, I sent you guys that one picture where it literally looks like fucking Wisconsin. Like on
Yeah.
the drive between Milwaukee and Road America. It's just like cornfields and just like rolling hills and shit. I'm like, man, this is the Wisconsin of Japan. This is
beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's
they're known for their
You're
dairy, they're
biased.
known for their wheat, and they're known for their beer.
Hold
like,
on.
doesn't this look like the U.S.? Like, this is just northern
Yeah.
Japan. It just looks
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
American.
That looks like Yamagata. I've been there. It's just like totally a car center. That's the only place in Japan I saw that have drive-through restaurants.
Ayo.
So yeah, Americans, if you want a little taste of home, go to northern Japan.
Oh, sorry, this isn't media check-in. This should have
That's
been
fine,
an
you're
Animal
allowed.
Planet. You saying drive-through reminded me. So
Oh, here we go.
it wasn't anything crazy. It
Is
was
this
just
about the
super.
single mother that you fucking arrested?
No, I did arrest a single mother and it delayed the podcast yesterday, but that's all right.
That is true,
this
though.
podcast
It's
should
not,
have
it's
been
not a
recorded
bit. Like he did do
24
that.
hours.
That is genuinely the reason we're recording tonight instead of yesterday. But anyways, no. So I was off today, and I've been really wanting some fucking like I've just been craving a double beef and cheddar from Arby's.
Alright.
So I went today,
Your inner raccoon craves garbage.
dude. Hey, without even
Write
getting
that down.
anything. They fucked up my double beef and cheddar. They only gave me a little piece of shit beef and cheddar, so I was pissed.
Yeah, because you went to Arby's. There's your first problem.
Yeah.
Fuck you, slap shoes. Fuck
Hey, fuck me, fuck you. I've
just
been
saying,
in an
fuck me for
Arby's
it.
one time in the last 10
Dude,
years.
y'all are hating on. Don't hate on Arby's, bro.
Nah.
Arby's
That was closed.
Nah, we
Dude,
friends don't
Arby's is
let friends
like-
go to Arby's. Come on.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
used to like
you should have
Arby's,
Waffle House
but
was
it's-
closed. You should be doing Arby's instead.
You get some fucking
That's a
curlies. You get a
downgrade.
beef and
It's
cheddar. You have a
downgrade from
great
Waffle
time.
House.
the only redeemable thing at
Christ.
Arby's is their cherry turnovers.
I almost got an
snarf
apple
me-
one today,
I
but
will snarf me a cherry turnover.
anyways, went to Arby's. You fucks. God damn. You can't talk me out of it. I went like 8 hours ago, dude. Anyways,
Sounds like a
so I go to
challenge.
Arby's. I pull up, and yeah, I was like, "Can I get a double beef and cheddar?" My go-to is I get a double beef and cheddar, and then just one of the fucking.
He has a go-to.
gyro.
He has a go-to. Okay.
Bro.
That's tough.
Okay.
Do you have a go-to going to Checkers or rallies as well?
Yeah, a go-to for visiting
Burger
the
King.
toilet.
Dude.
Go to for Long John Silver's.
Anyways, so
Yeah, I have
I'm
a
at
go-to
this
for Long John
speaker,
Silver's.
and yeah, so I get the fucking sandwiches, I get the fries, and like as I'm like, yeah, whatever, like a medium fry. The guy on the speaker goes like, "Oh, some taters, eh?" And I'm like, okay, like a little weird, but all right,
That's Sling Blade.
dude.
French fried potatoes.
Yeah, I get to the window, and the guy's like chilling in the window. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" Like I'm nice to fast food employees because I've been there, and yeah. So this
we
guy,
remember Free McDonald's, episode 3.
that is true. It's so long ago, but yeah. So I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" The guy doesn't say anything. I'm like, "Whatever." He takes my card, and I'm just kind of chilling there, and he gives it back to me, and he's like, "You don't remember me, do you?" And I'm like, "What? Like, who are you?" And he's like, "You're Caleb, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, where do I know you from?
You go to Arby's way too much.
No, you did. You're on a first name basis at Arby's.
No, and the dude, I
Not
shit you
beating
not,
the allegations.
I shit you not, the dude is like, no, like your name's on your card. Like I'm just fucking with you, and I'm like, dude, I'm like,
Oh,
what the
that's funny because you have your little
I'm like-
little name tag
yeah,
thing.
like the little name on the card, yeah. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, what the fuck? I was like convinced that I knew this dude from somewhere. But yeah, no, he goes back into the thing, and I'm chilling again there, and I was like, dude, like dude gave me a nice little laugh, like I appreciate it. And yeah, he's like, "Do you want any sauce or anything for all the corn dogs in here?" And I'm like, "What? Like what you?" Dude, it was just such a strange, like, just
This
weird
guy
interaction.
He just wants to gaslight people. It sounds like he
Yeah,
just
like,
enjoys
Look, he's making what,
gaslighting.
$12 an hour? Like he's got to get some
he
entertainment
gets
somehow.
2 people a day through the drive-through at Arby's, so I guess just has to fuck with him. But like, it was just one of the things where I was pulling out and I was just like, what the fuck was that? What happened in this drive-through?
Being gaslit in an Arby's drive-through has got to be like an out-of-body experience.
Poor dude was just poor, like lonely, just wanted some dude to talk to. When you told that story, I'm just picturing the Arby's equivalent of that dude from the old country buffet training video. Just cutting the roast beef. Hot out there today? Would you like a hot fudge sundae?
It's my favorite.
I've came across that on. I forgot about that.
And then that
Really,
guy
like off-putting video.
guy just walks up to the meat. Give me that.
All right, that is your media check-in, I guess. Let's open up some
Hold on.
emails. What?
We do have actual media check-in.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
What?
I have rewatched the entire season 1 of The Last of Us.
Ooh, I gotta do that.
preparation.
Ooh, that comes out this week, doesn't it?
Season 2 drops on Sunday. So
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll rewatch everything.
It's gonna take away from your Breaking Bad watching hours.
My Breaking Bad watching
no,
hours have yet to
we
occur.
are. I have no clue what happens in the second game, but I've heard that it is like, I've heard that the part 2 will send you through the gutters, like more so than even part 1 did. But it's also
Hell yeah.
yeah. So
I know there's like a DLC to the first game that I know what happens, but I don't know anything about the second game.
I think they had included that in season 1 of the show, but while we were here, just unrelated to The Last of Us, I wanted Ben. I need you to explain your Madden franchise lore because I've had bits and pieces, but I need to know where we're at.
What is this?
All right. So I'm playing. So Caleb and DT have been playing NHL hockey franchise mode,
Yeah,
just
we've been
going
going
the franchise
hard.
mode. Sending.
Dude, I'm like 120. Oh, Slap couldn't take it anymore. But yeah, I'm like 120 seasons deep in various franchises in NHL. And
real quick, it's so funny because I've had one franchise and I've played like 15, 20 years. And in the same amount of time, Caleb has gone through like 4 franchises across 2 different video games and literally hit the like 25-year limit where they're like, okay, you're done. Like you play so much faster than me for no reason. I think it's hilarious.
well, I will say the one I sent to DT. So I was like I didn't know about the franchise limit, and so I'm like deeply invested in this team. Like I have my boy, like everybody is long retired. I think like even the youngest draft prospects now had been like retired for
They're
like
all
10 years
fake
or something.
They're all like fake players.
And yeah, everybody is fake. And like usually in football games, when I get to that point, I just start a new franchise because I'm not invested. Like I don't give a fuck anymore. But like these 20, 49, whatever Nashville Predators, we were 2 years removed from a Stanley Cup final run. I had just drafted this insane rookie. Like they had so much Kim. They were so young. Like I was so invested, and I simmed to the next season or whatever to like get to the draft, and it just fucking pops up franchise mode completed. Like you're done. You lose access to every little menu. And I literally sent it to DT, like just a picture, and I was like, I'm about to start fucking crying right now because I'm just so invested, and I can't do anything anymore. This team's dead. It's gone.
The game just told you to go outside and touch grass.
I did think that I lost the Saskatoon Snow Monkeys at one point because I got to like a draft where it would just crash every time. Like I get to a certain draft pick and the game would just crash no matter what. And it took me like so many tries to like try to like sim it or like make some moves.
Just try to get past it.
Yeah, so I just had to like get to that point in the draft and then just give away all my draft picks for like some garbage player, and then I was able to continue. But I was also gaming the system, and I was just making like 20 picks per draft, so I think it was just breaking the game. But anyway.
But anyways, that inspired me to hop on the emulator and play some Madden, the last Madden on PS2, which is really the last good Madden, and do a franchise mode of my own. And I started with the Browns.
07?
07, I think the only good thing about that is it has the radio show, but as far as everything else, it's the exact same game.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
man,
saying,
which
is
one are we
that the one
talking
you're
about?
playing, or which one are you playing?
I'm
Madden
playing the
10.
one that has Peyton Hillis on the cover.
Oh, it's
Oh,
12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So start with the Browns. Uh, get through the first couple seasons and see that Joe Flacco is a free agent. So I pick up Joe Flacco. We get rid of all of our coaches. We completely replace them. We get Sean Payton as our offensive coordinator. Everyone else is like fake, but they're
Sean
top
Payton.
coaches.
Fresh off of Bountygate is back in
Yes.
Cleveland.
So got Joe Flacco, got Peyton Hillis, who in the game is still good. We got Deshaun Jackson as a wide receiver
Fuck
next
yeah.
to
The guy that
Joshua
inspired
Cribbs.
the Bush jump.
And we go through, we make it to the Super Bowl, and the journey to the Super Bowl is fucking nuts because I think we got there like we went 10-6. So we were playing away games. So it was away game against Rivers. We beat them. It was away game against the Colts with Peyton Manning. We beat him. Peyton Manning fucking retired after that because he lost to the Browns.
Damn.
Sent Peyton Manning
I would
into
too.
retirement.
We play the Patriots with Tom Brady. We beat them. So we get to the Super Bowl, and it's the Panthers.
Dude, the
With,
Browns Panthers Super Bowl.
Browns
That
Panthers
would
Super
end the
Bowl.
NFL.
Dude,
And Panthers, God, how did I forget the Panthers quarterback?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton. We lose to Cam Newton.
Oh.
The Panthers win the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
I would retire after that.
I
That was
Peyton
devastating. I did not retire. We got more draft picks. We got more free agents. Peyton Hillis got injured the next season, so that season was a wash. We didn't even get to the playoffs.
Oh.
And then the season after that, we're back. And right now, where it's holding right now is it's the Browns versus the Bears in the Super Bowl.
Jesus Christ.
And that's
All
where I'm
the
at so far.
shittiest teams.
That would end the NFL.
We found something lower.
Browns versus Bears.
It's like the
Super Bowl.
Cubs and the Indians in the World
Whoa.
Series.
Guardians.
Whoa.
Hello.
Yeah, you can't
They
say
were
The
the
that.
Indians back then.
It's like the Washington
the shirt?
Commanders. Like you can't refer to them in the past as
Washington
where's-
football team.
Yeah, where's the Chief Wahoo shirt?
All right, we're opening some emails.
Send in your fucking mail. Wash your fucking
Oh, you
hands.
guys took too long. I'm doing a race.
I can tell.
I can see that. Yeah.
Wash your fucking hands. Slap. I don't give a
Zoomer
fuck, man.
Cody
You
over
better
here.
send in those emails at this point.
I've given you like an hour and a half of my time.
Even Caleb's not playing a game.
Cody's thing wouldn't even be here tonight in a year. Here he is.
Were you good on that, Slappy? What happened?
Oops, that's the wrong button. Slap got Ben-itis there. Last piece of media check-in, I just want to
Meningitis.
say, I've been playing a shit ton of SnowRunner, and that game slaps.
I saw you
Like-
posting about it again.
Dude, I'm a big fan. Just driving fucking trucks.
That might be
we-
more. That might be worse than being a train nerd. Is fucking driving.
No,
a truck.
come on,
Dude, are you
playing
kidding?
truck video games?
Rock autist, really?
Yeah, you did. No, you're
Oh,
pretending to be a delivery driver. Like, come on, get out of here. I would prefer being a train nerd. I'm team Slap on that.
Wow.
At least when I'm a truck driver, I get monetary compensation.
That is true.
That is true. All right.
DT used
first-
to when he streamed it.
That's true. The first email comes in from not Matt De Benedetto, who says, "Hello,
How
Shrimps."
many emails we have?
Oh, 15.
Oh my god!
God damn it!
I'm
It
going
is
No matter what number I
Thursday.
say, we were gonna get that response.
No, if it's
Uh,
anything under 10, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's never under 10, which is good. This is a good
Send them
number
in.
of
Send them
emails.
in. Send them
Yes,
in.
please
Gentlemen.
keep sending them in.
No,
This
no,
is 30
fine.
minutes of
Stop.
podcast
Wait,
that
wait,
we
wait,
need to
wait.
keep.
If you send them, I'm going to bed.
Wait.
The real reason it's so long is because I'll just read an email and then you guys start yapping for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, dude, we don't give a fuck
else.
about your email, dude. We just start talking about whatever.
All right, let's just give you one-word answers to all the emails. And
yeah, just yes, no.
Not Matt Benedetto writes and says, hello, Shrimps. It's been a few weeks
What if
since
he's
I last
actually
wrote
Matt
in.
Benedetto?
But nothing interesting has really happened other than the shit show Martinsville Xfinity race. Sammy Smith needed to be jumped after the race. I wish they'd allowed him to have 10 seconds to beat the crap out of each other like hockey before they break it up. Sammy Smith, complete bum. In other news, I got my driver's license a few weeks ago so I can maybe see some animals on the road. Just don't be the animal yourself.
Yep.
Olivia writes in and says, oh, last week we were talking about how Slab called Cody's new cat Glorb and asked for some emails for some better names. Anyway, Olivia writes in and says, we must name Cody's new cat Glorbius the First. She's now an almighty god that can do whatever she damn well pleases. Suck a dick, Cody.
Nah, I saw a comment on the last podcast episode that I actually liked for a name suggestion. It was Shrimples.
Shrimples is pretty good.
Shrimples.
Mark sent in an email and said, I asked last week how we found the shrimp stickers. Those like deli shrimp stickers, which we do need to get.
I forgot about those.
He says he got an Instagram ad for them.
Oh.
Like they just put anything on here. No lie. It's literally just Instagram stock labels. Like just order your shrimp stickers.
All those shrimp cookies.
Have we? Yeah, I did enjoy the idea. No, I enjoyed the idea to just take those to Rockingham and just start sticking them on shit.
This is just people going like, "Where are these
seats?"
Dude, under the Amtrak
and just like put them on all the seats.
Dude, no one would ever find it. Like, like
you
if you put that shit
have to
under
do
the
that.
seat.
On the start finish line, on the flag stand, just everywhere.
And just people will go back for years and just see like all these shrimp stickers everywhere.
This is how we get a shrimp sticker scanned into iRacing when they
on the safer barrier. On the safer barrier.
But also viewers,
yeah, like reach your hand out through the fence and like put it on the wall.
Putting it on the start finish line wall would actually go hard. You get like a photo finish and there's just a shrimp. One of you who go into Rockingham has to buy those. Maybe Ben, because he's coming here after. Anyway,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Andrew
R.
R.
Right
dude, all right, do it, Slab.
Do you want a link to it? I'll give you a link to it.
Yeah, give me a link. I'll do it.
Dude, we're buying them.
Let's go to Mark's email from last week. This has a bunch of shit attached to it. This is all the like Instagram ad, whatever. Eat it. All right. Andrew R writes in and says, "Afternoon, all y'all. I got this advertisement while playing episode 141 on YouTube. It's 15 seconds long." And he says this came on immediately after Slap said, "We don't need an extra 30 minutes. We need like 30 seconds."
Have you been accused?
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Yo.
I don't know if I like that voice.
It's a kid. It's a freaking Australian ad, dude. What do you expect?
Have you been accused of not washing your hands? I did wash
my hands.
There's no way. It knows us.
That's hilarious. It's a hand sanitizer. He opens it up so.
Accused of not washing your hands. I
did not washing your hands right after Slaps talking.
We need to use that audio in something
dude.
at some point.
That's
incredible.
good.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, that's a soundboard edition right there.
Just some Australian kid. All right, great email. The next one comes in from Ryan Burton. Subject line Glorb, and the text says Glorb.
All right,
I'm on board.
All right.
The next email comes in from Jack. Jack says, "Hi Shrimps. Since y'all are looking at some racing schedules, I put this together a couple of years ago for the 2025 calendar." And says, "I'm not beating the allegations, and also that the titles are getting out of hand." Which is fair.
You're telling
They've
us.
been out of hand for 2 years.
Oh, that's my email. Thanks, Google.
All right, that's an edit.
We have docks to drive through.
God damn it.
This is the retribution for your years of subjecting the viewers to this.
Why is it that when I open a spreadsheet, it just pops a thing in my corner saying, "This is your email address"? Like, bitch, I know.
This is your IP address. This is where you live.
Anyway.
May Satan reign upon you.
Oh, dude,
You might want to zoom in a little bit.
There's tabs on this shit.
You might have.
Sorry, IndyCar Surfer's Paradise kind of popped out to me. They go hard.
All right, let's go through them. Let's see. What do we got? We got the LA Coliseum for the Clash, sure.
You're taking way too long. Just start ripping it.
Daytona, Homestead, Rockingham, based. Sonoma, based. Atlanta, based. Coda, Martinsville, Iowa, Talladega, Kansas, Darlington, Charlotte, North Wilkesboro. Is that a North Wilkesboro points race?
Yeah, there's a Charlotte All-Star, North Wilkesboro points race, and then the 600.
Oh, okay. We'll take that. Gateway, who gives a fuck? Dover, Chicagoland, based. Nashville, Daytona back on the 4th, based. Road America, based. Oh, we're so back.
We're
Dude,
back.
Pocono doubleheader.
Oh, we're so back. Loudon, the Brickyard, who cares? Michigan, Bristol, Watkins Glen, Atlanta, based. All right, playoffs. We got round 1. Darlington, Richmond
doubleheader.
Double header.
In the playoffs.
I don't know about
is kind
that
of
one.
insane.
All right, Charlotte, Roval, Kansas, Dover, round 2. Talladega, Phoenix, Martinsville, round 3. Las Vegas finale. You lost me at the playoffs. This playoff schedule
I was gonna say,
is the biggest piece of
drown.
Do they all end in Vegas? I guess. Yeah.
You were so good until the last 10. You fumbled the bag, bro. You fumbled the bag.
You fumbled so. You know how, dude, I would be like the biggest NASCAR fan, and then we get 2 Richmond races to close out the first round, and I would never watch again. I would literally never watch again.
Here's IndyCar, by the way. Jack's IndyCar schedule.
St. Pete.
IndyCar should have ended at Las Vegas.
I will say I haven't looked at it yet. If it doesn't have Michigan on it, then we do not care. Let's see. We got Richmond.
It does have
Long
Michigan.
Beach, oh my god.
They were so back. We're so back.
Indy,
Dude, finale
Detroit.
at Homestead. Excuse me.
That would go hard.
We're back.
We're killing
I'm
more
on board.
drivers, but
All right,
it was sick.
as long as you get rid of your playoffs, we might have to talk about the insane playoffs that you have here. But other than that, I'm on board.
Rusty Broussard writes in and says, "God damn it. Forget what I said about going to Thompson for the icebreaker. The weather postponed a day and I can't go."
Oh,
Damn.
It looks like my first race here will probably be the Spring Sizzler. In the words of the late Mike Stefanik, this is bullshit. That's tough.
The Spring Sizzler.
Harley Payne wrote an email and says, "Hey Shrimps, I kind of forgot to write about the important thing that happened before my last email. My university's mascot died. He was a 20-year-old bald eagle named Freedom and was rescued from Florida after falling out of his nest as a baby. He couldn't be returned to the wild because his neck was misshapen. So he was taken care of by the school and flew over our football games for 17 years.
Oh.
Freedom has indeed died.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Naming a bald eagle Freedom may be the gayest thing I've ever heard, but other than that.
Apparently this is this dude freaking
shout
flying
to
around.
Freedom.
Is this the flight?
No, apparently he just does it at football games, and this is just what they do. They just
Oh no,
fly
the
a
bald
freaking
eagle is
eagle.
heading for the building.
No.
Sir, a second bald eagle has struck the.
Jesus.
I mean, I'll give it to him. If they can get this dude up and doing his little show and then landing again, that's kind of cool.
That's pretty based.
They got like a falconer, but for eagles, I guess.
Yeah, that's sick.
Eagler.
Eagler.
Rest in peace, Freedom.
Andrew R. sent in another email. It says, "Evening all y'all. This is not an email to Shrimp Hours, but an open letter to Chase Elliott. Dear Chase, just because yours particularly sucks ass is not a good enough reason to get rid of Throwback Week. As quoted in Shrimp Hours 141, die, die, die."
Base.
And Gabe Wood said, "I saw this thing in person on the dyno and it looks even worse. Even the guys working on the car say this looks nothing like what it's supposed to be." It was disappointing to see Chase Elliott in the little media thing be like, "We don't need Throwback Weekend anymore. We've done it all." And then I
We don't need
replied,
you
like,
anymore, Chase Elliott. What do you do here? What do you do? You
why
run
does
30
anyone
fans
like
in a
this
fucking
guy?
Hendrick car every week.
I don't know why anyone ever liked this guy other than like, oh my friggin' Cyrene. Come on. Even Brad, who like they didn't put him in a throwback because Castro was being stupid. He was
Pissmobile.
like, he put a cute tweet.
Pissmobile.
He did drive the Pissmobile.
The piss missile.
But he put a cute tweet where he was like, yeah, I realize how much Throwback Weekend means when I'm like walking around seeing everyone in their like retro shirts and how cool it is. And then you have Chase Elliott being like, we've done it all. Like, come on. End it. All right.
Sports most popular driver.
Dude, he's stolen votes. I don't know what to say. It's just absolutely not deserved.
The Chase Elliott fans marched on the Capitol and fucking overturned them.
It's literally because he was like a character in the Cars movie. That's like why he has all the kid votes. Like I'm telling
No,
you.
it's like it's all the
So is
Bill
Daniel
Elliott
Suarez.
nerds
Yeah,
and-
it's the Bill Elliott.
And he got like all of Bill Elliott's fan base, and then he got also all of Dale Jr.'s fan base because
And
that
Jeff
was right as he.
Gordon.
And
Yeah,
Jeff
and
Gordon's because he
Gordon.
drove 24.
Jeff
And like he
Jordan,
doesn't
bro.
deserve any of it. He's so uninterested. Like if you're a
Just-
Chase
just
Elliott
think-
fan,
I was about to say,
reevaluate your life. Like
Think to yourself, like in your immediate lives, who can you pick out as Chase Elliott fans? And it's always the worst people you know, or the stupidest people you know. So
all right. Spike writes in, says, "Howdy Shrimps. I wanted to write in with a few updates on the LMP car that was in my shop. Even though it originally said that no one was allowed to touch it, that was later changed when they needed extra help and let me work on it. Cool. Another thing is the same kid who punctured the paint cans ended up getting suspended during the weeks that were in the shop due to him giving one of the shop instructors the middle finger. That seems like a wonderful member of society. Anyways, thanks as always for reading the email, and I hope you have a good rest of your week. I would like to see this car if possible. If not, I understand. Or just give more information because I'm very curious. It sounds very cool. All right. Keegan wrote in and said, "Hey Shrimps, I'll lead off with this because DT skimmed over it last week in my spreadsheet point. I'm sorry. Ben, congratulations on surpassing 50% total attendance on the Shrimp Hours podcast. You've now been on more than half of them.
I've been the downfall of this podcast.
yeah, it's died when Ben showed up.
What downfall? We have the same like 180 to 200 nerds watching.
We all
every
know this
week.
podcast
the
is dead.
quality, yeah, it's
Okay,
gone
yeah,
down.
that's entirely fair. The spreadsheet
Slaps
has been
falling asleep,
finalized and
fighting.
organized.
Yeah, I'm fighting for my life out here.
Might have to get a fucking emergency pipe drop to rally Slap.
Yeah,
It'd
break
be
the
like
glass
the
and hit the
fucking
pipe.
defibrillator to my chest. Like, I'm back.
The pipe drop.
Apparently, there's a
emergency break
second
glass and hit pipe.
spreadsheet.
Second spreadsheet.
A second spreadsheet has hit the Shrimp Hours podcast.
Jesus Christ! Listen.
A second X has hit the Y.
Oh my
Oh my
god,
God.
dude.
So this is the first spreadsheet.
Oh my god.
Like I've said in the past, like there's accountants that want you right now.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's
can get
color
paid
coded.
for
You
this
can
shit.
make $100,000 just doing this for work.
Jesus Christ! He's got an
Animals
email
back.
counter of how many emails we read in each episode. God damn!
Hold on, what are
We
the
hit
I want to know what
20s a
the
couple times. That's crazy.
I
Oh
love
my
the
God.
dude, the names that we have of like the groups of people, like the animals package. I can
Oh,
already
yeah,
tell.
it's
would be,
collected titles together, or like titles about travel, or titles about body parts. This is incredible.
Titles about
Titles
body
about
parts.
food.
the consumables, all the death.
God damn. So what's the second sheet? Is this everything we talk about?
Dude, you need help. You
Jesus.
need help. Oh my God, bro. Stop consuming the podcast like this. This is not meant to
This
be
is
engaged.
not
with.
healthy.
For this email, oh my God.
Dude, this is not meant to be
This-
engaged with this deep. You are supposed to turn this on, go about your life, all in one ear, out the other. Don't spend your brain cells on this.
This
Don't
is
do
everything
this to
we
yourself.
talked about and who brought it up.
Holy shit.
I just love at the very top, where will Caleb work next?
Oh my God.
This is
Stop.
frightening.
DT, if you can give me like a viewer link to this, I'll put it on the website.
If
put
it's
you on the
open
website.
to viewer, I'm not gonna click the share button because it's gonna show my goddamn email again. I think it's private unless you're logged in. Yeah. Keegan, if you could just make it like open to anyone to view, but then
Just
no one
view
to edit,
only.
yeah, that would go kind of hard. We'll put it on the website. You put enough time of your life into wasting it on that.
That's
It'll just be
crazy.
a tab that just says the spreadsheets.
These. All right, we got 4 more emails. Mr. Ass writes in. It says, Darlington was boring, but I got a work animal story. It was 30 minutes until closing, and it was a slow day where none of my bosses were at work, so I decided to tidy up the store before we closed. I think this is a thrift store, I guess. I picked up clothes, and I came across a shirt that was crumpled up in a straw basket, so I pulled it out and noticed that it smelled pretty bad, and it was covered in dry dookie stains.
Oh no.
Oh my God, no.
I've had enough of this email. I think we're.
Oh.
Yeah, all right.
He's
That's all I
in
need.
pictures.
Next.
No.
Next.
No. Next.
Someone wiped with a shirt and just threw it in a basket, apparently.
Trouble.
And he says it was there long enough to dry out. But he says he took it to the dumpster, threw away every straw basket.
Touched it?
Washed his hands, unlike someone. And then just sat in the break room until he
No.
closed.
That's not wash your hands anymore.
That's you gotta get some gloves.
Well, I'm
on
assuming
that
he
one.
just carried the basket and tossed it all out. Like, I don't.
No, you gotta chop your hands off, bro. That's like you can't live anymore after that. I can't. You can't
Where
even
is
touch
this?
things.
I guess North Carolina, right? That's. Yeah. Okay. That's
Just North Carolina things.
Yeah, that's insane. That is probably a crime.
Anyway, does sound like a crime.
Weapon.
Carl writes in and says,
Carl.
last week you asked us to send in
Carl.
cat names. The cat shall be named McChicken Hicken. You're welcome. There it is.
Cody didn't even hear because he's so focused on
Chicken
driving.
Hicken, I heard it.
Cody's locked in.
Chicken Hicken.
Cody, where are you racing?
Where are you racing?
All right.
Okay. All right. The next email comes from
All
Jack
right.
again, who sent a short one that says, "Hey Shrimps, recently I heard 'What's the Difference' by Dr. Dre, and was heartbroken to learn that he made this very popular song by stealing the instrumental from small-time artist The Ben Crazy's Fangirl. I need to see a lawsuit filed ASAP." Yeah, we'll get his ass. He put it in my Discord, and I informed them that it's actually like so many degrees separated because it's like a remix of a parody of the actual song.
Yes. So I had to get the actual song to do the parody.
Dude, I'm just envisioning like if any of the viewers happen to like stumble across the sources of these songs in real life, like without knowing what they are, and they just hear it and they get like the 1,000-yard stare. It's just like
Yeah, like an MK Ultra like trigger, like they just black out, wake up on the other side of town, half naked with a Carcano
Just
rifle in their
sleeper
fucking
agent
hands.
activated. Yeah.
I will have to correct it. Ed found that stem for me.
Carl also says Charles Schwab is apparently not just a stockbroker company, but also a dude. He was in the White House with Steve and Roger and Joey and the boys.
Oh, the people that should be in Guantanamo got it.
Shout out to Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano.
I'm sorry. I'm having just such a fun time watching Slap fight off the sleep demons right now. Like he's struggling. Like I'm seeing the eyes fluttering. Like it's almost over.
I got good news for you, buddy. So
Oh,
all you have to
good,
do
good,
now
good.
is come up with a title.
What do we got?
We're gonna need a bigger jar. Your inner raccoon craves garbage and gaslit in the Arby's drive-thru.
Your inner raccoon craves
I like the
garbage.
raccoon.
That goes hard.
Yeah, the raccoon grapes.
I like that one.
All right. We'll see you never, because this is the last ever episode. Cody's
Stop
waving
watching.
by with his.
Keep sending it.
Bye-bye.
Stop watching.
He's busy playing video games. Bye.
Cody's locked in. He's
Bye-bye.
cocked in.
Oh.
Have a beautiful time.